Doing good, Amar.
Walaikum assalam.
Good morning. Good
I'm
morning.
good. How are you doing?
Doing great, doing great. Hi, Yaasha. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everybody. Hi. Bakar Saab, all well.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome, salam.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't turned my video on, so yeah. Hope all well.
All right.
Thank you so much for organizing this. So good to see you all on a Sunday morning.
Same here. And wish you all the best for all the students also here. So I hope you will have, there will be a lot of benefit from this program to you guys. Yeah. So today I'm here to launch, I'll be the host for the day, for the event, that is for the career counseling. And my name is Amar Fathima. Also, we have taken the platform of Yaz Zehra, and we do have our president of Yaz Zehra, that is Mr. Syed Mansoor Raza. So I request you to please have a word or say something about Yaz Zehra. Please unmute, Mansoor Bhai. Thank you. Mansoor Bhai, you're still on mute. I request you to kindly unmute yourself. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you able to hear me now?
Perfect, perfect. All clear, Mansoor bhai. Go ahead.
Yes. Welcome to one and all who's present here at this online counseling session. And welcome to our guest, Mr. Kumail sir, Yaasha Rizvi, and our host, Amar Fathima. Just a brief note about our Zehra Trust. Zehra Trust is a non-profitable and non-political, socio-cultural and economical organization, and it is located in the Bangalore city. This trust was founded by a team of compassionate and committed like-minded individuals and friends with over 26 years of dedicated involvement and experience in various social activities. Yaz Trust is a charitable organization based in Bangalore, established with the sole objective of forecasting moral and social upliftment among the weaker section of the society. The trust unites under a shared vision to create a just and empowered society irresponsible of religion, caste, class, creed, gender, or color. Yaz Trust is dedicated to transforming the lives of underprivileged youth in India through the power of education, ensuring that no child is denied the right to learn and grow due to financial hardship. We have to make sure that our kids take up the right path and then take a correct decision during this phase. That is why we had to organize, and we are thankful to our guests who are available here, Mr. Professor Kumail and Mrs. Yaasha Rizvi. We are here to make sure that our students at this age come up with a clear thought, like what they have to do, how they have to go about, and what is their future. This will help them a lot. We want them to clear competitive exams like the NEET, JEE, UPS, etc. And our vision, Yaz Zehra vision, is looking to the future of Yaz Zehra is on a mission to make an evergreen impact. Within the next 10-15 years, we are actively pursuing opportunities to secure land for our ambitious City of Knowledge project. And the City of Knowledge will be a beacon of hope and empowerment for generations to come, designed to uplift the transformation community through the education and collaboration. Thank you, Amar. You can take it forward.
Thank you so much, Mansoor Bhai, for sharing the thought and aim of Yaz Zehra. And today we do have two speakers. One is Professor Kumail Kirmani, who is from Bangalore, and we do have Yaasha, who is your career counselor, who is certified career counselor, who resides in UAE. All right. So before we go ahead, I would like to also share a few thoughts. What is career counseling and what exactly it is, why we are here. and we will be having what is the next step to be, what is the next step to do. Okay, so all this will be explained in this program. And before we start, I would like Raza to please share the screen. Raza, I request you to please share the screen. Okay, folks, you all know who is he, isn't it? So he's a former president of India, that is APJ Abdul Kalam Azad. And imagine if he was a cricket player or if he was into football. Like, if his parents have asked him to be a footballer or a cricketer or any other profession, would he have been successful? Can you guys answer me? Yes, no? Kumail bhai, can you answer me?
I can't imagine, Sir APJ Abdul Kalam playing cricket. I can't even think of, how difficult it would have been for him. But yeah, I mean, people can use chat to share their views. I think students and parents can also participate.
Yes. All right. So he has followed his aim. He was into a mission, and he's one of the renowned scientists for aeronautical, and he's one of the best prime minister we had. President, we had. And all right. So we are going to start with Yaasha. I hope, Yaasha, you're ready.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are. So, Yaasha, before we start, I just want to, I just have, like others, even I'm curious to know what exactly this program is all about. So, what is career counseling and what is the right time to start?
Yes, Amar, when we talk about career counseling, first we have to understand what is a career, right?
Mhm.
Career, we all know it's a job. But what kind of job? Are we choosing the right job? Are we ready to stay in that job for the rest of our lives? Do we imagine ourselves going to work every day and in that same place for the next maybe 30 years or 40 years? So choosing the right career is it's a very important part. People generally, it's a statistics, that 93% of people, they are just students especially, they don't know more than 7 careers. So
Okay,
it's
so
amazing, like the 93%. Can you imagine? Means most of them don't know. They just know medical, they know engineering, they know the basics ones, like architecture and this and that. But 93% don't know what different careers are available nowadays. There is a huge
so can you
pool
just
of.
explain few, or can you just introduce few careers where people are not aware, which is not in common?
Yeah, there are many. See, nowadays, a lot of careers we'll be talking ahead when we discuss more deeper. We'll get into that, the different careers that are available. So, what I was talking is so many people, so many students, they don't know what careers are there. So, career counseling, the role of a counselor is to make them aware of the different choices they have, right? And not only help them, the counselor helps them choose a career or a college, but also they help them nurture their talents, their skills that they have, and give them courage to take on new jobs. And they assess the students, they check for their skills, and everything should be aligned, right?
Okay.
So I
And what
believe
is
in
the
that.
right age for this, Yasha, to start with, to begin with?
See, the right age, I would say, probably, grade 8 and 9, 8, 9, grade 8 and 9 is the right time they should start career counseling. It is the right time, and it is, and nowadays, it's children at the click of a button. All information is available on Google, right? So there's a
Mhm.
whole pool. Mr. Kumail sir will also agree with me. There's a whole pool of careers, which children find very confusing sometimes. They don't know what to pick, what not to pick. There's a huge confusion in the mind. So the concept of ikigai, the other day we were discussing, it's a very amazing framework. If you keep that concept in mind, for those who know and for those who don't know what ikigai is a framework. It's a Japanese concept of finding your path to life, your purpose to life. So it consists of four factors. One is the skills, what you have as a student, what are if I am a student, what are the skills I have, what I know, what I'm good at, right? Then second one is what interest me, what interest I have. So not only the skill I possess, but I should also be interested. Like some people, they know they're very good at maths, okay, but they're not interested in that. For them it's just a task. So your skills should align with your interest. Then with that comes the demand in the market. How much that career that you have chosen, if it matches your skill and your interest both, does it have a demand in the market? Or are you just choosing a career which does not, which has no demand in the market? Nobody, that job does not exist, maybe, uh,
Kindly unmute yourself, please.
yeah.
Mhm.
So there has to be a demand for it. And the fourth one is, it should get you money in return. At the end of the day, we all work to earn money, right? So the money
Exactly.
aspect also has to be there. So these four things are extremely important. So I call it the ikigai. It's called the ikigai framework. And if all children, they can identify their interest, what interests them, what does it align with the skills you have, plus the demand of it in the market and the money factor. So if these four are on track, I think you are good to go. You have chosen the right career. Yeah, and one more thing I would like to add. You asked what is the right age, right time to choose start with career counseling. So grade 8 and 9 would be the ideal time to start, and so that is the time where you need to explore. So children need to explore as much as activities as possible.
Okay, all right. And also, Yasha, I do have a general question. Like, as a parent, even I would like to ask you a question. So, sometimes what happens is kids will not be aimed, like, maybe every year or every, they will be changing their aims. Sometime by seeing one movie, they want to become aeronautic engineer, or sometime they want to become a YouTuber, right? So, there will be no constant what exactly they want to do. So, how this will help?
Actually, this is a great thing. Like I said, exploration is the best thing. The curiosity, keep the curiosity alive in you. So be curious. If you see a movie and you're inspired to be an aeronautical engineer, go ahead, check it out, check what it is, read about it, check
And
what
maybe
is.
after they watch MS Dhoni and they want to become a
They want
cricketer.
to be a cricketer. No problem in that. See, grade 8, 9, and 10 is the best time. You are not, it's the best time to explore. So be curious, learn as much as possible, take up new careers, read about them, watch about them. There are movies, there are, take internships, do online courses. There is so much to do. So in grade by but I would say at the same time, by grade 10, you should be you should at least find five things that interest you, and you have the skills for it. And in grade 11 and 12, you can start building on it, like go deeper
Wow.
into it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Yasha. I'll just go ahead and ask some more question to Professor Kumail Kirmani. Are you ready?
I'm nervous, Amar. I don't know if I could be able to answer your questions, but yeah, I'll try my best, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you. So, Yasha has given a brief about career counseling and what is the right time to choose. Right. So, before the even before I could go ahead, I do have few more questions. That is like a conflict questions, I would say. Okay, so here, what causes a career conflict? Okay, and between parents and children. So parents have one aim and kids have another aim to do. Okay, and then how parents and children can solve their career counseling issues, like career or the choosing what exactly they want, because the mindset, there is a generation gap as well now, right? So parents wants to follow the traditional way of growth, and kids are bound to use the new, the AI or new technologies and all this. So how this conflict will resolve?
Well, the reason, I mean, very interesting question, very, very valid question. I can give you my own example, right? Way back when I was, I was a very good student until my 10th standard. I
Oh,
scored 95% in maths. I had 80 plus in science. I was from a state syllabus. So my first language was Kannada, right? So English was
okay.
not that fluent for me and stuff. So my father thought that since my father was a mechanical engineer, he told me that, okay, fine, why don't you take up engineering because your maths and science are good. But the minute I
Mhm.
entered PUC, the 11th and the 12th, I understood that, I was not able to understand trigonometry, calculus, Pythagoras, san theta, cos theta, all these things were a problematic, जो तारे जमीन पे दिखाता है ना,
Yeah.
all these mathematical stuff goes beyond your understanding. And I actually failed in my 12th standard, Amar. In my
Oh.
second QC, if I show you my marks card, you'll find 35, 34, 35, 34. And my father was very upset. And that was about 20 years ago. And
Mhm.
today, I can't imagine my life would have been even better. Suppose I would have been an engineer, maybe I would not have been a good engineer. Maybe I would not have been a happy engineer. Maybe I would not have been earning as a good engineer, But everything is decided by nature. God has his own plans, as they say. So,
All
see,
information is available.
what I really want for parents and students to understand is that I had a support system. My father could understand what was my strength and my weaknesses. So he told me that why don't you take up commerce, because us zamane mein there was only an option of taking either PCMB, or you could take up
Mhm.
a commerce, or you could take up arts, right? Law could have been an option, but then apart from these four, there were no major career options that we had, right? So you should also understand how the world has changed from 1940s to 1960s. So generation era भी बोल सकते हैं इसके लिए. So today
हाँ.
every kid born is used to internet. Every kid born is able to access Instagram, YouTube. Information आपके पास unloaded, I mean, extremely loaded तरीके से पहुंची है, right? So the most important thing for a conflict to be solved between a parent and a child is talk it out. Please try and understand that a parent might feel कि मेरे बेटे को मुझे engineering कराना है because engineering से probably he'll get a better job in Infosys or Microsoft, or probably he'll try to do something else. But engineers today are unfortunately the most unemployed category of the entire lot. The second most
Okay.
unemployed people in the industry, close to about 40%, are
Mhm.
MBA graduates. So engineers and MBAs, which is considered to be one of the most high profile, educated, qualified people, are unemployed. You know why? The reason is because they don't know why they are engineers. They don't know why they are doing an MBA. उनका मकसद सिर्फ ये है कि मुझे अगर डिग्री मिल जाए हाथ में, आई कुड प्रॉब्ली गेट अ जॉब.
Job.
तो
Okay.
जॉब का जो माइंडसेट है ना, दैट एक्चुअली किल्स योर ड्रीम. सो टेक्निकली लाइक व्हाट याशा सेड एंड व्हाट हाउ यू आल्सो एक्सप्लेन दैट Mr. Abdul Kalam or any other great people that you talk about, right? So they followed what they loved. They
Right.
followed their passion. They
Exactly.
followed what they really enjoyed in life. He never thought that he'll become a president of India, right?
India.
बचपन का
Exactly.
ड्रीम नहीं था. He never thought that he's going to launch his aircraft in the space, right? So the idea
Yes.
here is that once you start doing what you like step by step, you will eventually lead to a place. So I don't, मेरे को बचपन में ये नहीं बोला गया था कि मैं प्रोफेसर बनूंगा एक जमाने में. You get my point? So it happened to be an accidental stuff, but I'm enjoying it. Likewise, for parents and for students, it is very important that they understand these three core simple reasons. Conflict solve करने के लिए, please understand the current need of your child. What is a child good at? Number two, please communicate. बात करें उनसे कि saying that, boss, why don't you take engineering? आप doctor कर लो. If you are a guy, you take engineering. If you're a daughter, take
Doc.
medical and so on and so
Medical.
forth. Right? So please talk it out and understand if there is an interest to learn those subjects. You get my point? I know a lot of doctors. I'm sure in Austin Town, Nielsen, you'll find a lot of clinics, a lot of doctors who are just MBBS, but they're not able to grow beyond a particular point. But today is the era of specialization. So there is a path that you need to reach out to get that excellence in whatever you do. You could be a plumber, you could be an electrician, you could be a mechanic. But the funda here is that all these professions can be respectable when you have a qualification with it.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
it will
so
be
the
an add-on.
conflict building, yeah. So the conflict is very, very easy to solve only when parent and a student can sit and talk. They can probably go to a hotel or a restaurant or a coffee. You get my point? You want to go out with friends, right? But why don't you take your parent out? Why don't you take your son or a daughter out and sit in a cafeteria, go sit in a coffee day, go sit in an ice cream parlor corner house, have an ice cream and talk. बोले कि बेटा आपको क्या चाहिए लाइफ में? Why do you want to do what you want to do? And then probably जब वो रैपो खुलेगा ना, it may not happen in one session, but if it takes about 3-4 sessions, that खुलकर जब बच्चा आपसे बात करेगा ना, you will understand what a child needs, and you don't technically need an outsider to tell you what a child needs to do. I think that could be the very first step of how you could solve your conflicts.
Okay. Thank you so much, KK. So I'll be addressing you, KK. All right. And Yasha, is there something you would like to add on for this about the conflict between the parent and the child?
Yes, what KK said is absolutely correct. You need to talk. That's the most important thing. You know, you need to break that barrier. Parents, you need to understand that your career path and your choice is different from your child. He's an individual. There are a lot of people, you know, who जो अपने parents के बोलने पे they take up a career, and then they drag their
They get
lives.
lost also. Yeah.
They drag their lives every day when they have to. You must have heard that phrase, that Monday blues. So if you love something, you won't have Monday blues. Every day something, your
Will-
career should be such that when uh, you may not feel that you are doing work. It should be like, oh, it's you enjoy it. You are lost in the work. You have no idea of time. So if you find that thing in your life, when you understand that you have no clue what time it is, I'm working and I'm lost, I'm engrossed. That is the thing that you're made for, and that is your purpose to life. That will give you utmost satisfaction. You'll never feel, oh my god, I have so much of work to do. Got it? Yeah. So what Kumail sir said, it's absolutely correct.
So what I have understood is also, like, with your passion, there should be education to excel in whatever you are in.
Yes.
Education is primary.
Primary.
There's a lot of craze happening. There are a lot of stupid videos on YouTube that kids are being
Addicted
consuming,
to.
saying that I am a college dropout. मैंने engineering छोड़ दिया. मैं startup करने वाला हूँ. I want to become a YouTuber. It's all bakwas. Please understand, the biggest of Bill Gates, Steve Jobs have quit Harvard जैसा institution. They've not studied in KVS and Chunnu Munnu College, and they have not quit their education, right? So they have gone to a level of Harvard, Oxford, IM, ISC. वो level पे जाके उनको एक vibe मिला है that they want to do something, and they've been doing it over the last 35, 40 years. You get my point? So that's the story. So I would strongly recommend that education becomes your primary. It's like your basic today. If you cannot think of quitting education at any point of time. So if I failed in my PUC, if my father would have said, I studied in KVS, for people who live in Austin Town, Nielsen and Bangalore, they'll understand what KVS is. You get my point? And today KVS doesn't exist with respect to the college. So they are known for school, but ek zamana tha that they had offered BCom. But what I'm trying to tell you is that had it not been that education qualification that I had, I don't think I would have pursued my higher education. I don't think I would have pursued my PhD. I don't think I would have got opportunities to work in multinational companies. So prima facie, education is a must, whether it is science, commerce, engineering, arts, whatever it is. But a degree is a mandatory. So I request all the students, especially, do not give up on education. It is very, very important, and especially girls. And for my loving parents, please don't think that your child is sufficient if she's a graduate. No, 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 no. Graduation is fine, but make her qabil, make her expert in a particular field. It could be cooking, it could be speaking, it could be stitching, it could be makeup, it could be any field that she likes to do. Support her and make her the best. Today social media आपके हाथों में है. I'm sure you'll be able to do the best, but do not stop educating your girls and your boys, of course. So that's very, very important.
Okay. Thank you so much. And Yasha, I do have one more question. Okay. So All right, you did say that the age and the interest, you both have explained it very well. Thank you so much and appreciate. And also, Yasha, is there any kind of assessment to be done? To understand what is the child interest. So, as I said, the child will not be stick to one goal. There will be changes, the interest changes, and also peership, friend is aiming this, so even he wants to aim that. So is there any kind of test or assessment to be done for the kids to choose what exactly they're looking for?
Yeah, Mar, there are a lot of assessments that career counselors do, which is,
Mhm.
see, career counselors do these assessment to know the child better. Sometimes, the children themselves, the students themselves, they don't know themselves, they don't know,
Mhm.
oh, what I'm good at. So somewhere you have to bring that out. So there are a lot
Mhm.
of tests. There is ideal career test. There are stream selector test, which we generally in grade 8, 9, and 10, we do stream selection test. So if
Mhm.
they're confused of which stream they need to go to, into arts, science, commerce, or if they know, okay, they need to go into they need to go into science, but which part of science is a huge thing, right? So there's a
Yes.
stream selector test. Then there is a personality test. So sometimes the career also, it has to match with your personality, right?
Mhm.
Suppose you're not good at public speaking and you want to go into politics. Is that a realistic goal for you? No, it's not,
No.
because if you're going into politics, you may get into journalism, or study different. You need to speak, you need to be a speaker. For that you need to be able to address people. But if you have that, you are afraid, and you have a major stage fright, major I'm talking about. So it has to also
Huh.
match with your personality. So your career has to match with your personality, what skills you have. I may want to be a
Mhm.
doctor, but मुझे
Mhm.
खून देख के I feel like vomiting, or I can't stand the sight of blood. But is that a realistic goal that I'm having for myself? Of course, these things can be achieved over a period of time, but your your personality, that is your inborn, how you are as a person. So your career has to match with your personality also. So for that we do personality test.
Mhm.
If you're grade 11 and 12, we do ideal career test.
Mhm.
And there is a very then the another one that we do is psychometric testing. That is for everybody. Even you and me can get it done, Amar. Even you should get it done. So,
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't had all this, so maybe
no,
we are
you can get
still
it done now also. Like,
true,
there is
true.
no age for it. There is
Trying to
no age.
try out what exactly we are looking for our career. Right, Yasha, and also I want to understand, how does the psychometric test help?
Yeah, so psychometric test, see, it's designed in a very scientific way, and it really amazes you, when you see the result. So it's
Mhm.
it's like a 40-minute test, and which there are
Okay.
questions which are based on different parts like logical reasoning, and mathematics, and a lot of things. So it reads your personality. It
Okay.
sees, it checks your skills, your interest, and how you behave in certain scenarios, and all of that, and it will give you your top 3 or 5 careers. So this is
Okay.
your natural aptitude. So it's your aptitude plus your interest plus your personality. So it's like a 3 in 1. Then this
3 in 1.
psychometric test, along with the career counselor's guidance, that is the, I would say, the road to a successful career. If you want, if we have time, Amar, I can just conduct a small demo for children. If we have the time.
Sure, sure. I hope all are okay. If they're okay, please let me know in the chat so that we can start this test.
I think it'll be excellent, Yasha, if there could be a demo for all the parents and students, they'll
If
at least
yes, kindly give me
understand
a
the
thumbs up on the
framework.
chat.
I'll explain. So ideally, see, this test is a 40-minute test, but of course, we cannot. I cannot conduct it on a webinar, on a platform like this. But I'll just give you a glimpse of it. For example. So what I'm going to do is I'll just share my screen, and
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you what to do. So I have 6 questions there. All
Okay.
right.
Uh-huh.
So you need to. Okay, let me share my screen first. I think it will be better.
Yeah, please.
Are you able to see my screen?
Not yet.
Can you see it?
Kumail, can you see it?
You're not able to see my screen?
No.
No,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll share it once again. I'll share it once again.
We're able to see you, but not the screen. I think you have to choose
Now?
you have to choose, you have to choose, you have to select an
Yeah, I
option
did.
there.
Can
But
you see it?
we can only see your picture, your video. Your screen is not visible.
Okay, it's
Why did you choose the screen and then share?
You have a screen share, Yasha. So there is one option for screen
yeah,
share.
I know. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. It's telling me that you're sharing. No?
Isha, you have to stop the screen sharing and you have to go once again. You have to click once again.
Okay, I'll do it again. Not yet?
No, it has not come, Isha.
Okay, I'll do one thing. Then I will post those 5 questions in the chat. Will that work?
Yeah, you can brief
Yes,
otherwise.
please.
You can.
You can go ahead and post the questions in the chat group so that
Okay.
they can have a check.
So I have posted 6 questions. So what you need to do is you need to rate it from 1 to 5, each of them. Okay. So 1 being the least and 5 being the highest. What you most, you relate to the most.
And I also request the participant to please be active. So let's make this session very interesting. Yeah. And
Children,
let hope this session
students,
is
you
very
can,
good for you as well. So I request you to please come forward and the chatters or be connected to us in the chat.
yeah, and please read all the things carefully. Okay, don't be in a hurry. Take your time, read all the 6 statements, and the one that you most relate to the most, you need to just send that number to me.
All right, Yasha. So what we'll do is we will go ahead, okay, and we will give time for the students so that they can go ahead and
We can wait, Amar.
test. Yeah.
I think
In
we should wait.
we should wait.
Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait for them.
I have received one message. Okay, that is from Shireen Fatima, and she has written as 3. So, yeah. And one more message I have received from Ayman. Ayman, what she has done is out of for the 6 questions, okay, she has rated the first one. Let me just go up, scroll it. For the first question, I enjoy building or fixing things. For that, she has rated 7. And for the next question, I love solving complex problems. For that, she has rated 9. And for the third question, that is, I like expressing myself creatively. So for that, she has rated as 10. And for question number 4, I enjoy working with and helping people. So that she has rated as 9. And question number 5, that is, I like leading teams and making decisions. That is 9. And question number 6, that she has rated as 5, I prefer organizing data and keeping things structured. So how we'll just pick up Ayman's answer
That
and
is,
please know.
yeah, that is too many too many numbers. I had said rate from 1 to 5. Anyways, so I think what you read is she's rated the highest to number 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just go one by one actually. If suppose you've rated number 1 the highest, I enjoy building or fixing things.
Yes.
So that means you are very realistic and you like more of, your natural inclination is towards hands-on careers, like maybe engineering, architecture, or, electrician, plumber, or all these things come under hands-on careers. Okay.
Okay.
So
All
if
right.
the second one is I love solving complex problems. That means you have an investigative nature, analytical careers. Like, for example, a data scientist or a medical researcher, or any kind of research work. Okay. And if you have got the third one, that is, I like expressing myself creatively, that is your artistic side, and you need to get into creative careers like animation or interior designing, or photography. There are many others, I'm just giving few examples. All right. Then if you have chosen fourth, that is, I enjoy working with and helping people. So that means you're a social person, a teacher, a psychologist, a doctor, a nurse. So those kind of careers are the best fit for you. Then if you have chosen five, that is, I like leading teams and making decisions. That means you have leadership careers like business owner,
Team
or
leading.
or lawyer, or politician, or those kind of things. Then if you've chosen six, I prefer organizing data and keeping things structured. Means you're a very conventional person. You like things like 9 to 5 jobs kind of a thing. Like an accountant or data analyst.
Multitasker.
Yeah, or a librarian. But you need like a set of things. Okay, do this, and you like to
Lined
organize
up.
your things. You need to do, yeah. So accountant or a librarian. So those kind of careers are the best fit for you. So, yeah, this was just a glimpse about how psychometric testing work. It checks your brain.
Sorry, Amar, can you show these questions? Because some maximum people are in YouTube also. They are asking for the questions. What all these questions are there?
It's
I
there in
Okay.
the chat
If you can
box.
forward on the group, I can push it on the YouTube. Okay.
have, yeah,
Okay,
it's
no,
on
no.
the chat.
What you can do is, Yasha, please forward it in the group. So let him just post it on YouTube as well in the
I
chat
have it in
box.
the chat. Yeah, it's in the chat of the Zoom.
No, no. What I'm saying is, can you just send me personally in the group?
Yeah, you want me to do it right away?
Yeah, please.
No, no, yes, I'll leave it. I'll copy paste from the Zoom
Okay.
chat and I'll do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Bakhar Bhai.
So this is just a glimpse. So what psychometric testing does, it aligns all of this, your interests, your skill, your personality, and it gives you the best choice. Then the career counselor comes in place, and they will sit and they will discuss with you, and they will check whether how they will check your transcripts, your school report cards. They will align everything together, and they will give you a set of careers that you need to explore, colleges that you need to explore, what are the different careers that are available with your personality type, with your aptitude, with your skills. So everything should be aligned. It's not just one factor that we consider when choosing a career. It's multiple things put together will give you the right career. So that is what psychometric testing is all about.
That's all
And I
about.
think
Okay.
everyone must get it done. It's amazing. You'll be amazed like how well it works, and how much in control you feel after that.
Both
Okay.
parents and students should take this test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
parents, yes, if you want to change your career, or yeah, I agree
It's
actually.
important. I'm telling you, this is psychometric test is also being done at the senior management level before they could hire
Yes.
CEOs, before they could hire vice presidents. You know why? Because at that level, now people have to manage crores of rupees, so many people, they have to take so many decisions. So life, career aspects of it is not restricted to students alone. But since Yasha has expertise in it, I'm sure parents, not just for the sake of, अरे यार मैं 40-50 साल का हो गया, what is there in my career to know? No, they could also be a new start. When somebody can start off KFC at the age of 65 before he could commit suicide, that was his point,
Yeah.
right? So there is age is just a thought process
Number.
for making you feel that you're 30, 40, 50-year-old.
Yeah, it's never too
But you
late.
never know. At the age of 50, I'm sure I have a amazing parent. His son is doing his engineering, okay, and he has completed his MBA with the same university. Yeah, and he was his father was my student. So imagine he is a 55-year-old man. So imagine the kind of work that this could do. So I request all the parents and all the students to take up this test at least once in your lifetime.
Okay. All right, thank you so much for briefing about psychometric and how does it help. Yasha, I just want to understand in simple terms, like, psychometric, it might be a new word for me. Okay, so is this aptitude and psychometric, is it similar test? How is it? How do you differentiate these two tests?
So see, aptitude is a part of psychometric testing. Like I said, in psychometric testing, it tests your aptitude. Aptitude is your natural ability, right?
Okay.
So in psychometric testing, there is aptitude, there is your interests, your skills, your personality, everything together.
All right. Okay. And also, Kumail bhai, I do have, thank you so much, Yasha. And Kumail bhai, I do have one question. Okay. It is related to skill. All right. So how can we identify the skills in us? Okay. Like every individual have a different kind of skills, isn't it? It is not same. And how do you choose the right, like, how do you choose or how do you connect that for your career building? Or how do we identify? We might be master in many, like, as a girl I might be good in beauty, like, makeup, or I might be very good at mehendi or cooking. So I might be having multi talented, self skilled. Okay, so how do we identify the right one? What exactly helps us in building our career?
Brilliant question, Sister Amar. See, skills. I'll give you a very simple example, right? When you throw a kid into the water, a 3 month or a 6 month old kid, I'm sure you would have seen videos. And these kids naturally swim so beautifully underwater. Why? Because they don't understand what is fear, right? Because the minute the kid is 3 years, the minute the kid is 5 years, even the kid loves water. It's the parents who put in that effort. Arey, arey, pani ke paas mat jana, you'll fall down, you'll drown and stuff, right? So what happens here is, like how Yasha said, life is all about exploration. Unless you are put into a circumstances, you don't understand what a skill is. Unless you don't take a ball and ball, or unless you don't take a bat and bat, unless you don't jump into the water and swim, right? You will not know what your skills are. Unfortunately, in India, just because you have got certain level of degree or education, people are stuck to that kind of job till the time they retire. They might have passion towards stitching, cooking, makeup. You look at big companies. What does Reliance do? Yeah, Reliance sells tomato. Reliance sells oil. Reliance sells toothpaste. Reliance
Everything,
sells.
everything. There is
So,
nothing
so,
you don't
so
find under Reliance roof.
So if say for example, if I am a tailor, if I am stitching clothes, or if I'm a beautician, grandmothers earlier used to make soaps at home. Why? Because they had that skill and they could make achar, soap, papad. The same thing has been branded and sold to you in larger markets, right? That's how businesses are made. So when you talk about skills, it's very important that you identify your core three things. So the life technically, like how Yasha mentioned, apart from exploration, is made out of three things. One is your attitude. Attitude is what you have inbuilt. Your attitude is how you look at things, the external fact of it. The other part of it is your knowledge. Okay. And the last thing is your skills. So if you have understanding and knowledge and information about a particular subject, when you keep trying that in the market, you upskill yourself. It's as simple as that. You talk about Virat Kohli today, everybody says that he is the world's greatest batsman, but Virat Kohli has not been performing over the last 2 years. इंटरनेशनल लेवल छोड़ दो, इवन इफ यू हैव सेंट हिम टू डोमेस्टिक लेवल ऑफ क्रिकेट, उसको डिमोट किया गया है, राइट? एंड ही इज नॉट बीन एबल टू इवन परफॉर्म देयर. सो performance is ups and downs are part of life. But what I really mean about inculcating a skill is by trying out new things. If you don't go on a stage and talk, you might be the worst speaker, but that fear should come out. So first thing is kill that fear step. So keep trying it unless you explore.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And also, I do have one more question. So, we do have kids who have passed out from grade 12, or in this webinar itself, we do have kids who have been taken part, who have graduated themselves. Okay. So, now they might be in a dilemma, as you are as you are a localite of Karnataka or Bangalore. Okay. How do you suggest? What are the colleges to choose based on their careers? So, is there any idea which you would like to brief? What exactly they have to do after the second PU? These are the questions which arises, right? So, doubtful question by the parents: which are the good colleges? and what exactly they have to do after the second PU, because after second PU it is another a crucial moment, like which builds or helps the children to take forward what exactly they have to do, right? So how does this question is for both of you actually. So I just want to have a discussion on this. How do you help students of those grades, or so 9th and 10th we will be helping them with the with the interest, but after the PU, and we do have students from
I lost you, Amar. Amar, I lost you in between. Was it only me or was it the entire stuff?
no, no. It's for both of you. I was asking a question. Okay, after second PU, the pre-university, Yasha, second PU, it's a pre-university here in Bangalore. We do have one of the trend where we follow pre-university pattern. So after that, parents again will be in a dilemma what exactly they have to choose for the kids as a career. Okay, so how does it help? And maybe few have been graduated and they're out of college now, they still are interested to pursue the education. So what exactly they have to do? I'm just asking in a brief, I don't want in depth. Okay, so how does it help? The right
I think
colleges, what are the right colleges to be chosen? I guess Professor Kumail Kirmani has more idea about the colleges in Bangalore, and also you, Yasha. Together, could you please help me with this?
Yeah, I think an ideal career test would be the right thing to go for. If you're really unsure, you can get the ideal career test done. It gives you quite a bit of clarity as to what in which course or which career you should go. And then Mr. Kumail can give his insight on this.
Yeah. See, let us break this into three categories, right? Number one, as Yasha told, that 8th, 9th, 10th are very crucial for you to understand whether you have got that ability to take up, become a doctor or an engineer or lawyer or whatever it is, right? So there you choose your streams. It could also happen like me. I took up science, but I came back to commerce. There could be many people who could be as, I mean, I think that I would have been the worst in my class where I was a science student and then I jumped to commerce, and back in 2002 or something, there was no concept of going back to a lower stream. यहाँ पे today, because of NEP, National Education Policy, you can do multiple stuff. At level of third year, you can also choose another specialization. And there are so many options today. We are not able to take the decision because we are unaware. So in marketing, there's a lovely concept called as AIDA. AIDA. A stands for awareness. अगर आपको मालूम ही नहीं है in the market what are the options available for you, forget about scope, forget about job मिलेगा कि नहीं, forget about इसमें market है कि नहीं. Today engineers and people at from the IIM level, people even at bigger company like Meta, companies even like Microsoft and Apple are throwing away engineers from their company, right? So please don't think about, if I'm talking to you only with respect to the education here, I'm talking about, is your plan ready for 2030? That should be your thinking. We are in 2025. By the time you complete your school, college, you're talking about 2030. Mark Zuckerberg, who is the CEO of Meta, Facebook, he says mobile phone को replace करने की एक technology आ गई है. So can you imagine that today nothing can work beyond mobile phone? आज आप और हम बैठ के lot of parents are participating in this conversation only because of a mobile phone or internet technology. So what could be a system in 2030 should be your goal. How do you do that? 8th, 9th, 10th, Yasha clearly said that they should take up a career test or a psychometric test and even understand what they're good and bad at. Not bad, strength and weaknesses that you need to understand. People who are in their 12th, after 12th, if you're not happy with your career, it's okay. Your mental strength is very, very important. You need to understand, why are you not happy with maths? Why are you not happy with science? Is it so difficult, or you're not interested to give it a shot? आपको मजा नहीं आ रहा पढ़ने के लिए? Are you that last minute में एक रात पहले उठ के पढ़कर एग्जाम लिखने वाला person? You get my point? Everything in this world requires a lot of dedicated hard work. If you feel that hard work is your problem, मुझे पढ़ने में ही मजा नहीं है, then even if I give you a simple story book, you will fail at it, right? So the entire concept here is that you need to understand if your strength lies in understanding and solving complex problems, then you please go ahead with science. If you are not, if you love commerce, if you love accounting, if you love taxation, you need to be in a position to.
Kumail bhai, I would like to pause you for a minute. I request all the participants, please go on mute. Yeah,
I
Mr.
think
Hasan
the I
Abbas,
think the
please.
moderator can unmute all the participants. I think that is possible. Yazara team.
Yeah, they have done now.
Cool. So the idea here is that if you are not in that dilemma, it is, I mean, I'm sure I've got people who consult with me, even in their 25, 30 years of experience, but they're still not been able to grow after a certain point. Why? Because they have not utilized their skills. So आज के जमाने में you need to be an expert in communication, expert in probably plumbing, expert in writing, expert in video editing, expert, even a MBBS today is of no use. You need to be a MD. Only then you have value, right? Just because you are a B Tech, it's of no use. It's just an entry point, gate pass. जैसे बस में जाने के लिए आधार कार्ड की जरूरत है ना, free travel के लिए. It's something of that kind. A degree itself is not a guarantee for your career. How good you can make your degree work for you matters the more. I think more than that, Yasha would add on to, where we have left.
Okay,
No, I
Yasha,
think
is there else?
no, I think he's covered everything. Yeah.
Is covered.
Okay.
Okay. If you think that it's been justified, the question what I've asked, I do have one more question that is for you, Ms. Yasha. So I just want to understand what is this profile building and how does it benefit for the students? Any, you just give me a brief about it, please.
Yeah, it's actually Amar. This is a this is a topic that I would love to elaborate. Actually, if you ask me, I would
Go
not.
ahead, sure.
Because it is one part of your education journey which students ignore the most. So nowadays colleges and companies and employers, they don't just look for grades. They don't want a 90%. They want a student who's an all-rounder. So that is
Mhm.
where your profile building comes in place. So all-rounder does not mean that you have to do everything that is possible.
Mhm.
That is it's like in college now they ask for your statement of purpose. It's called
Mhm.
SOP, for
Okay.
colleges abroad and in India also. It's coming up nowadays. Many my daughter is in 12th right now, so even for her college admissions, we had to write the SOP and the
Mhm.
statement of purpose. That is like your story. It is your story. What all you have done in your life, in your from your grade 8 to your grade 12, what all you have done about your interest. So it's an opportunity for you to tell the college or the employer
Mhm.
that oh, I have done this in my life, and this is all about me. So how profile building is very very important. It covers your skills, it covers your interest and your achievements. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, very much.
Okay, okay. So it covers these three things, your skills, your interest, and your achievements. So a strong profile, I would say, first, I would tell every student that you need to create a digital profile right from grade 8. Even if you're in grade 9 or 10, start it today itself. Create an
Mhm.
online document, a drive, and put all your achievements in that, all the certificates that you've got. That's called the digital profile. So a good digital profile, if I would say, would consist of 10 things.
Mhm.
All right. So first of all, good academic grades. From a lot of universities are asking for mark sheets from grade 9 onwards. People think nahi khali 10th ka board is enough. No, they also ask your school prelims certificate sometime, your mark sheet, and even your ninth grade results are very, very important. Even at college level, university level, they are asking your college mark sheets, your grade 9 mark sheets. So right from grade 9, maintain good academic records, especially in subjects that suppose you want to pursue science in the future. So at least
Mhm.
your science and maths grade should be the best. Suppose you want to take history or you want to take literature in the future. So your English grades and your social studies grades, they need to be at the top. So maintaining good academic records right from grade 9 onwards is extremely important. Then don't take your Olympiads for granted. You must have heard these NSO Olympiads. People say, oh, this is all money making. No, but it's not. It will really give a very good impression if you put that in your resume. When you're writing a college application, your Olympiad grades, participate in maths and science Olympiads, get good marks, keep those report cards, the cards that you get, the reports, carefully keep it, put it, take a copy. And one more thing I would like to add here, हमारे इंडिया में ना हम laminate करते हैं marksheets को,
हाँ.
so that they don't tear.
Wouldn't
Uh,
tear or it doesn't
yeah,
get.
do not laminate. They
Okay.
are invalid if you laminate them. So you can delaminate them. So please, at the earliest, get them delaminated and unko aise keep them in such a folder in which they don't tear, but don't laminate your mark sheets. That is one thing I would tell. Then um, um, yeah, your maths and science Olympiads. Keep the
Mhm.
records. Then go for online courses. Nowadays, students see they are very thorough, very comfortable with social media. But what they are doing on social media, all the wrong things, Instagram and watching reels and YouTube and playing games. So you need to make the right technology is there to help us. It is not there to misguide us. Technology, make good use of it. There are a lot of online courses that you can do. Children, even before they go to grade 12, they have ample courses that they have done online. And there are so many websites in which you can go and do free online courses. Amar, even you can do whatever interest you go and you search the topic and you will be able to do online courses. They are like 4 hours, 6 hours, 1 month, 2 months, about AI, about medical, whatever interests you. Go ahead and gather those online courses, gather those certificates. It will
Sure.
create a huge
Definitely.
impact when you put that in your resume. I have also made a list of some online platforms which offer you free courses. I have just
Mhm.
shared it in the chat. So it will be really helpful. Please, students, go and explore these courses and start building your profile. Then learn a foreign language. That is another thing. In our Indian curriculum, there is very little emphasis given to foreign language. When you go to IB and IG, they have a compulsion of one foreign language.
Language.
Yeah,
Okay.
but in our Indian boards, there is no compulsion. People are already fed up with they have to study three languages: English and Hindi and Kannada and all of that. But learn a foreign
Because
language if
we are
possible.
a diverse country, right?
Yeah,
So we are found with
well,
so many languages.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But if possible, learn a foreign language. Then participate in drama, debate, sports competition, especially if you're
Uh-huh.
representing your school, your college, or national level, state level. It's amazing. So keep a record of all these things. Take pictures of of all these events and start putting them in a folder. Keep a record of everything. Write a small thing, a small note next to a competition. Even if it's a small school competition, even if it's whatever, if you won any medals, keep those medals, those certificates, keep them, take pictures of it, put them in your digital profile and keep it ready. Then take up school leadership roles. It gives you huge confidence in life. If you uh, be part of the council, be volunteer, join an NGO, or volunteer for free active. Like there are so many events that happen, right? Participate in science fairs. So all these things, take internships, summer jobs. There is so much to do in life, and we are just wasting time, I think. And the whole world is in, like, it's like a rat race. Everybody is running, but do things that you enjoy. It What I mean by doing all these things is not just accumulating certificates, accumulating the right certificates which align with your interest. That is very important. So get all these certificates, but it should align with your interest. So they don't want to see somebody who has done 10 different things and don't know where to go, right?
Hmm.
Suppose I want to take up medical, volunteer at blood donation drives. So it has to align with my goal. It does not mean that I'll go ahead and I'll do anything and everything possible, right? So help students, tutor children at home, who are less privileged, take tuitions, put everything, whatever you do. And then you can also start your YouTube channel, whatever interest you have, even if it's baking cakes. Take pictures. If you're not comfortable with YouTube, write recipes, write blogs. If you're not comfortable with writing, speak. There is podcast. So in today's world, nobody has an excuse that, oh, I didn't have the opportunity, or no, I was scared about doing this. You're scared about doing this, do it in some other way. Like I'm not very
Do.
comfortable coming up on camera, but I like to write. You can post. There are so many platforms where you can write. You may not be good, it's okay. You don't wait for that. Oh, I have not reached that level now. Start small, but start. So all these things, podcast hai, blogs hai, YouTube channel hai, whatever way you can show your talent. Even colleges are, you'll be surprised. Colleges sometimes, especially when US and UK, they also check your Instagram profile. You know that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's a good info.
Yeah, they also keep track, so be very mindful of what you're posting on Instagram. And whatever you do, don't think that I'm bragging, or I'm just going out loud and I'm talking about it. But it is for your good, and it will build your career. Feel
Okay.
confident, and yeah.
Okay.
We already see a lot of your certificates and trophies behind you, Yasha. So
No, those are
we
not mine,
appreciate.
those are my husband's.
The entire family is an achiever, of course.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Yasha, for all this information. In fact, even I have learned a lot from this platform or from this program, I would say. So I ensure that even I be very specific about what all the things you have told for my kids too. So that even all this while I used to take it Olympiad as very lightly, ki chalo iska kya matlab hai and all this. I was one of those parents. So I ensure that hereafter I don't do. I ensure that my kids are being part of all the competitive exams, the platforms what has been provided by the school for competitive will be utilized. So I hope all the parents will also do the same, right? Who
Yeah,
are
and
part
keep a
of
record of
or
it.
who are watching
That's
us,
most
in fact.
Yeah, and keep a record of it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. From here on, I will maintain. And thank you so much because they are just in sixth standard and fourth standard. So yeah, as you said, it's very important from grade 8. So I'll start accumulating from grade 7. That is from next academic year. Yeah, thank you so much, Yasha. And now heading to KK, right? I do have a few questions, not few, I would say maybe one or two, hardly, as we are running short of time. This session is so interesting that, I feel like I should end the session. Okay. So KK, I have a question, okay, that is related to the, just a minute, how that is done. So this is a creator versus consumer mindset. So what does it mean? Like, they will, how do you explain this to us?
Well, in a very simple nutshell, Yasha mentioned that the schools, colleges, even companies now, they don't give you a job based on your CV alone. They have an interview, they check your background verification, they check your Instagram, they check your LinkedIn, they check your social proof, your social imprints, they say, right? So even today, you can go to your Google if you really want to understand. It's a joke, right? कि आज के ज़माने में कुंडलियां मैच नहीं करते शादी से पहले. They match the mobile phones, right? To identify if it is actually matching. There's something similar happens in your career path also. Most of us are consuming. कंज्यूमर का मतलब क्या होता है? हम लोग टाइम स्पेंड करेंगे, पैसा स्पेंड करेंगे टू कंज्यूम थिंग्स. फूड खरीदेंगे, कंज्यूम करेंगे. सोशल मीडिया पे हम लोग इंफॉर्मेशन और कंटेंट कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, राइट? बट यू टू अंडरस्टैंड, इफ यू आर ओनली कंज्यूमिंग, यू विल बिकम फैट.
Yeah. So we have to work out.
ज्यादा खाना खाएंगे तो you'll become obese, your पेट will be खराब and all this stuff, right? So please understand in that scenario, if you are a person who's only consuming knowledge, consuming information, but not creating anything out of it. So if I'm eating too much food and I'm not working out, I don't build a healthy body. If I'm only reading books, but I'm not implementing whatever I've read in practice, I'm only not, making proper use of my knowledge. There are so many people I know who have read books, who know this author, who knows those, ये techniques हैं solve करने के, these are the ways to do it, these are the legal formalities, but they themselves are not utilizing it or not even helping others to get out of it, right? So the consumer mindset is 99% of us are consumers. हम लोग सिर्फ
Okay,
कंज्यूम
okay.
कर रहे
I
हैं.
just want to pause you for a minute here. So it is like, there is 101 ways to earn money, a book which was been written, but he didn't had money to publish it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you gave it a right example. It's most of us are like that. You understand, the problem here is now, like how Yasha said, get out of that consumer mindset and start creating. Okay, you can start writing a blog, whatever you have learned, start teaching. Like why I was a very bad student, I would never read books, right? But if you actually see some of the books mentioned behind here, I'm forced to read. Why? Because I'm now teaching. So it's my responsibility that because I have to teach, I have to read 10 books to write one book. It's as simple as that. So when you start creating things for yourself, you can be a creator online, you can be a creator, you can be a teacher, you can be whatever you want to do. When you start giving it out to a larger audience, money starts flowing in. People start reaching out to you. You get my point? You start becoming an expert in your domain. It's as simple as that. So that's the mindset that I want parents and children to start imbibing, that whatever they know, give it out. If you are in 10th standard, take tuitions for 8th standard, 9th standard kids. That's the best way to master your old skills, right?
Uh-huh.
So there is a story, like you said, there were two people, 9 to 5, दोनों लकड़हारे थे. They were woodcutters and they would chop trees. They would get 1 hour break, and then in 1 hour, Mr. A would only eat and sleep. Mr. B would eat, sleep, and for 15 minutes of his time, he would sharpen his axe.
So
So
that is
at the end of the day, he would cut more wood than the person A. Why? Because he would dedicate his time not just to eat, sleep, but also sharpen his axe. So sharpen your axe का मतलब ये है कि you have to practice your knowledge and skills, and only then you will become a master. So if you ask any working professional today, boss, when was the last time you read an article? When was the last time you read a book? एग्जामिनेशन के टाइम पे मैंने पढ़ा था बस समथिंग, सम क्वेश्चन पेपर. वो आज के दिन पे ना न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हैं, ना कोई बुक पढ़ते हैं. तो व्हाट हैपेंस, यू आर गेटिंग माइंड.
Shh, I
मिस्टर
request you
आईफोन,
to
आप
kindly
जरा
mute.
म्यूट कर लेंगे, इट बी बेटर. Mr. iPhone is angry on us, maybe. Sorry, Mr. iPhone. Go ahead. So I think that's the concept.
Bakar Bhai from Zehra team, I request you to kindly,
No, it happens. I mean, some people are
Oh,
not in a position.
okay, we are managing.
So the logic between creator and a consumer is that, right? So when you become a creator, you start doing it for others. Obviously, you'll start getting the returns in whatever favors you do.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, KK. And now, Yasha, I do have a last question. Okay, so that later we will be giving some time for the parents as well to ask the questions, because I'm receiving a lot of questions in the chat. So we will be heading at the end of the session. So here, students often choose their career based on different factors. I did explain this, and it was a question which I asked at the beginning of the session. And then, what are some of them, and how should students choose the right path for themselves? Yasha, you there?
Yeah, can you repeat?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So here it's a question. Okay, so I just want to understand how often students often choose a career based on different factors, right? As I said, it will be, the mind will be fluctuating. There will not be there. There is no stability in the mindset of the students, and then what are some of them, and how should students choose the right path for themselves?
See, students, they generally choose their career. Most of the time it's the parents who choose for them, especially, in India, I would say, mostly it's that mindset needs to change, and it is changing. It's not that it's not changing. Nowadays parents are also, they are, children are not like that. Whatever you tell them, they listen to you blindly. Children are also being little bit more vocal about what they want, so they are also responding. Parents are also more understanding, and you need to be more understanding. Of course it has to be a logical, we discussed this point, there has to be a logical discussion between the parent and the child, that what career you want to choose, and what. And sometimes it is the peer thing, that's coming. Oh, you are doing this course, come on, let's do together. Because we are very comfortable with our friends. Oh, let's do as a group. But career is not something you do as a group. you know it maybe your friend is very good at it and you are not good at it, so he will succeed, and then you will start having that, jealousy, and all those things will start coming in, because it's not your career, it is his path. You have to understand. And same way, even you should not influence others. Oh, I'm doing this course, come on, you are also good at it, you should also come. So that peer influence should not be there. And then just don't go by the market trend. Oh, every nowadays you hear this word AI. you know Most of us don't even know what AI is. And only, okay, we've heard AI, oh, let's go into AI. What is AI? What are the careers in AI? What are the requirements in AI? How it is aligned to your goal, you should be aware. So don't just go by the market trends. Also, sometimes we think, oh, what is giving us more money?
Mm-hmm.
you know these are not sustainable careers. Which your career should be something that you enjoy. Like, remember the ikigai thing I told you. It
Mm-hmm.
should align with your skills, your interest, your aptitude, your personality, your all of this put together. Your money, the demand, what you're going to earn. Money is important, but it should not be the only driving force to choose a career. You may get money, but then you won't be happy. There are so many people who have so much of money, but at the end of the day, oh, it's Monday, or oh, it's this. So the if you want, you have to imagine yourself in the same, doing the same thing for the rest of your life. Are you ready for it? So those are the factors that you need to consider when choosing a career, instead of these, one thing. Okay, oh, okay, this college is very close to my house. So, it's such an important decision of your life. You cannot just make on the base of one small factor. कि oh, इस field में बहुत पैसा है, or oh, this is very. So your lifestyle has to match. There are a lot of things that you need to consider. Lot of these factors that you need to consider when you're choosing a career. So it's not just one. Remember your ikigai. Map your ikigai. What you can do as a little homework to all your students out there, uh, write 5 things that interest you. Then from those 5, select 3 things that you think you're really good at. Then those 3 things, see which things has demand in the market, right? Which thing has demand in the market, then which of it will fetch you money. And then you make your path, work out your things, get certificates, get certified, get your education, get your skills, see what all you need to be successful in that career. Watch people who are, who have made a mark in that particular field. Watch them. There are YouTube videos. If you want to go into engineering, read about them, the engineers, and how their lifestyle is, and all of that. See a day in a life of an engineer. See those things. If possible, get internships, get exposed. So the main thing is be curious. And it's lovely thing that they've posted on the thing, the ikigai concept on the screen.
As you were talking, I thought I would just share this parallelly,
Yeah.
because parents can take a screenshot of this. It is very important. It is very simple, but if you are able to intersect all these 4 components, what Yasha mentioned, it's a very simple thing. आपको लिखना है बस. Everybody should take a pen and paper and start doing it. And because only listening is one side communication, Please practice this. I think Yasha has done a great job in explaining this. I think it's very, 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 very important.
Yeah, just start with 5 things that interest you,
Yeah.
and then you can work your map around it.
Yeah.
Okay, and also Yasha and Kumail, KK, I do have a question here. Okay, so as the era is changing and as the generation is changing, so we the millenniums, okay, so here during our time computer science was introduced, let it be in BE or so on. So now there is a lot of transform which has taken from computer science. Now there is artificial intelligence. Okay, so how this gap will fill? No, still we have to sustain, isn't it? We are just in 30s and early 30s, isn't it? So now we do have this Gen Z and Alpha A, Alpha B. So all this generations who are more well in technology, in terms of technology and all. So how do we keep upgrading ourselves? We have to match. We have to match this generation mindset, isn't it? Let it be in terms of
Yeah.
workplace or let it be as a parent. And there's so many things where we have to match to this uh, generation. So how does it fill that gap?
Asking, can I add on to this, Yasha?
Yep.
So, oh, somebody recorded now. Okay, fine, cool. So, Amar, this is a very nice concept. Okay, now there's actually a book written about the different generations. So every 15 to 20 years is a generation. So before independence, they were called as baby boomers because they were the generations who witnessed World War. After World War, people were called generation. No, after World War,
Lost
they called as generation. Sorry.
generation, lost something.
Nice. So they were called as baby boomers. Baby boomers का मतलब है after the World War, industry starts setting up, right? So people had more time. They don't know what more to do. So they were called as baby boomers. So population of the world started increasing. Then came Generation X, who are your parents and my parents, who started working. They got access to good education. They were at least 10 standard. They went to college or probably they got government jobs. Then came Generation Y, which is you and I. Generally, we went to college. We probably would have been the first generation who went to college. Generation Z are now who have been access to the digital world. So they have been access to mobile phones, internet right from their school days. So they have been able to, they have not actually seen the hardships
Ship
like
of
our
what we
generation.
have seen.
Sorry?
What we have seen a lot of transformation from VCR to CDs, now pen drives, then
Correct.
phones.
Correct. So our parents probably would have been farmers or probably would have been, government servants. As simple as that. So the Generation Z are so inclined towards internet. It could be from tier two city or main towns or through even villages. So the transition is always going to be there. So it is not that AI is going to take away your job. It's about people who don't know how to use AI will lose their relevance in the world. Say, for example, you cannot fight a war today with a sword. You
Yeah.
have to use how the technology is using. If you go and ask any kid, even अगर English भी बात करना नहीं आता, उर्दू पढ़ना नहीं आता, whatever language में भी must be dumb, but he
Hmm.
or she will exactly know how to upload or how to edit a video on Instagram and how to
Yeah.
use filters to post a nice selfie of his or hers, right? Why? Because it is interest driven, right? So the
Uh-huh.
idea here is that if you are not, see, there are different categories, right? So there's always a pyramid. So the filter kabhi bhi hota hai na, so it's always the top guys who will always take the cake.
Hmm.
So if you have to adapt to technology, you need to understand, say for example, mere age group ke, my peers, my classmates and my colleagues, if they have not adapted to technology, they will be
Hmm.
retired in the next 5 years. They don't have to wait for 60 years to get retired. So the children of today and the parents of today have to adapt to technology as good as using a remote control for their television. Technology is as simple as that. आप ये बोल ही नहीं सकते कि मुझे नहीं आता. It's as good as if you are able to use internet, if you are able to use Instagram, and you know how to lock your screen and create a password for your parents not to see it. I'm sure you're smart enough to learn those AI techniques. It's very important. If you're not abreast to technology, then you will be irrelevant in the next 5 years. That's the reason I said you have to think for 2030, not
Yeah.
2025.
So I do have a question related to it. So always you're speaking of 5 years ahead, like,
Yeah.
2030, we have to.
Yes.
So could you please tell me what will be the career trends for 2030? What will be the chances where kids can invest? The students, I would say, how can they invest and how can they upskills themselves? So what will be the trending careers during the time? A little brief about it.
Yeah, the Forbes report for 2025 says that the STEM education, the science, technology, and mathematics, right? Engineering and mathematics. So the STEM engineering and the STEM subjects are going to be the top paying jobs. Okay, you get money by two things. Either you create a product, or you solve somebody's problem. You're able to understand. So if you're able to solve somebody's problem by teaching him art, science, dance, music, whatever you want to do it, you can do it, right? But the fundamental fact is, for the next 5 years, technology is going to be number one. Number two is going to be
One
communication.
second, sir. One second. Somebody is sharing the whiteboard. Please, can you stop that? Yeah.
So number one is going to be definitely with respect to the STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Those who are extremely good in these four areas will definitely pivot to a higher level, provided they are backing it up with number two skills, which is communication. No matter what AI is, no matter what technology you use, if you're not able to communicate how technology is being used, you will not be in a position to gain a higher standard or higher increment in whichever career you want to do. What's the point of me being a doctor if I can't communicate the medicine or the solution for your problem? What is the point of me being a teacher who's knowledgeable, PhD कर चुका हूँ, हजारे book पढ़ चुका हूँ, but if I don't have the ability to tell you in the most simplest form, what is the point of that knowledge? So communication becomes number two. Number three is mass media communication. Earlier zamana, communication used to be only with media channels. Doordarshan was there, then NDTV came, then Star came, then Sony came. Today's it's called social media. Each one of us are media channels. We are all bound by followers. हम लोग अपना एक community बना सकते हैं. Today I can start selling papad in my house, and I can compete with legit papad in my area, in my pin code. It's called hyper local business model. Hyper local का मतलब ये है कि I don't have to compete in the world. I am the don in my
Local
area.
market.
Yeah, so I am a don in my Richmond town, Nilsandra, Andepalli, Austin town. Mein I can make my
Yeah,
papad
of
brand.
course, with your Begum's paya, you are alone.
That's okay, fine. Thank you so much. But I'm just giving an example that not just paya, of course. But yeah, thank you so much for letting my business name out. Yeah. Please have pie on Sundays. Yeah. But if somebody wants to start their papad, achar brand, their coaching institute brand, they don't have to worry about the world. They can be their masters in their domain. बोलते हैं ना, in a very simple language, बोलते हैं ना, गली का कुत्ता शेर को भी आने नहीं देता अंदर. It's like that. So that's the power of being hyper local. Why do you think Zomato, Swiggy, Zepto are making brands so easily accessible to you? It's like that. So आपको ये तीन चीजों में फोकस करना है, and go easy, go nice, enjoy everything. Don't take stress कि मैं बीकॉम लेकर मैं क्या करूंगा लाइफ में, बीए लेके क्या करूंगा लाइफ में. ओनली इंजीनियरिंग का माहौल चल रहा है. आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड एआई. Today, the world does not need engineers. They need people who can use technology. I know a lot of civil engineers who are not engineers, but they are by passion builders. And they hire civil engineers to make their real estate business boom. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So business and career can actually fall in its place when you have good strategic flow. But education, primary, please do not neglect that.
All right. Thank you so much for this information which has been provided by you both. All right. So now I would like to give a chance for the parents as well, because they've been waiting to ask certain questions which is
Very
going in
important
the
session.
mind.
I love this session part of it. I really want parents to interact.
Yeah. So I request parents to put up your question. Okay. So there is one question in the group. I don't know whether we will be able to give the answer for this question or not, but I just want to address. Okay. So the one who has asked this question, just a minute. I just have to, look for it. So there is a question that is, what are the options of people who have an hearing loss? They are left with an hearing aid. So this is related to your communication. Let me complete the question, but I also want to tell you what is the next. Okay, so this is really related to one of the jobs which you have, the trending jobs related to
Yeah.
communications. Okay, so that is usually not compatible. Since this era is digital, many careers demands them to hear well. Also, the people who stammer, in spite of getting a speech therapy done, it's still not working. What are the career options? Since every place requires good communication skills. So I do remember one thing which has been explained by Yasha in the session. They can take write-ups. So you both
There
can
are
have.
actually, in today's day and age, nobody is, we say that nobody can be left behind, nobody should be left behind, ideally. So there are a lot of careers that you can be a software developer, you can be a graphic designer, web designer, then video editors. There are so many IT support. All these careers, they don't need any communication skills. You can just, you make use of the technology and be ace it, so you don't have to worry at all.
I have a friend of mine, Yasha, especially Shabreen. Thank you so much for asking this question. Walaikum salam on that message. I have a friend of mine who is 90% blind. And he completed his MBA with me, and he was sponsored by the college, and he was a topper of his college. And he used to write the examination. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie about this guy from Andhra Pradesh. के नाम की एक movie आई है, documentary है on Netflix if I'm not wrong. His name is Holla, Vishwa Holla or something. He's blind and he set up a industry. By the way, उसको आईआईटी में जॉब एजुकेशन में एडमिशन है ना, तो so he went to Stanford and did his education there. So
Yeah, yeah,
the people with blind have Braille as the language for them to learn.
Shrikant. The movie name
Shrikant
is
Holla.
Shrikant. Yeah.
Shrikant.
I did
Yeah,
receive from one of the
Shrikant,
participants the movie
Shrikant
name.
Holla. I think all these movies, documentaries should be watched. And there was another lady who was thrown out of the train. She was a volleyball player. उसके हाथ पैर कट गए थे. And then within a year, when her family said, अब life क्या करेगी? हाथ पैर दोनों नहीं है and stuff. What will you do? You should have died. Why are you alive and stuff? She went on to climb the Mount Everest without her legs and hands. Huh? And she became the first amputee. So there are so many examples. So if your son is not being blessed with hearing, I'm sure Allah has blessed him with something more smarter than the normal people cannot even imagine. So
yeah.
there's another platform called as Mitti Cafe, MITTI, Mitti Cafe. Mitti Cafe is a Bangalore based company. वो लोगों को नेशनल अवार्ड मिला है फ्रॉम प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया. They have hired people with different abilities, people with people who are on wheelchair, people who can't hear, who can't see, who can't really communicate. उनको लोगों ने स्किल डेवलप करके उनको एक प्लेटफॉर्म दिया है फॉर देम टू लिव एंड अर्न देयर respectable livelihood. So there are many
And even,
platforms.
yeah,
And
even the government
also,
supports a lot actually to for there are a lot of scholarships and all that have that the government provides.
benefits.
Yes,
Yeah, there are benefits which has been provided.
a lot of
A lot of
benefits, but
scholarships, a lot of benefits.
the bottom line is, Shabreen, that you have to feel that you have been blessed with a super talented child of yours. Just because he can hear a little less, it doesn't mean that he can't do many other things. There are so many things that he can do. He can use, like how Yasha said, he can be a good developer, he can be a good programmer, he can become a good video editor. Fine, there are challenges, but to overcome that itself is a mastery, and I'm sure you will, and your son and your child will definitely do that. All the best to you, Shabreen. I hope we have answered this question, and for anything else you can reach out to us, write an email to us, and we'll try our best to assist you further.
Okay, there is a small tip they're asking to motivate them for the exams. They want a
Motivate.
motivations for grade 10 from you both as
Motivate.
they're writing the exams. Yeah, they want a motivation.
Motivation
Wish you
is
all the best for the exams.
motivation is go and look in the mirror,
Uh-huh.
and if Allah Ta'ala has blessed you with two eyes, one nose, all the hands are okay, all your legs are okay, you should be grateful that you have been blessed to write a 10 stand exam. You should be blessed. And there's no reason for you to fail, because the only failure is that you have not studied well. If you're not understood, there are ways to do it. And I'm sure you will definitely score 90% and more. That should be your
Yeah,
aim.
and I'll also add something here. So if you're in your 10th grade, time management is very, very important. Time your thing, your whole study should be timed properly. I don't know if you're aware of the Pomodoro pattern,
Yeah.
method of study. Yeah, it's amazing. I'll just put it in the chat. This method of studying is amazing. It's like, you can download some. There are some free apps for this. Or set a timer of 25 minutes for studying, and then take a 5-minute break. Then again study for 25 minutes, again take a 5-minute break. Do this 4 times, then take a 20 minutes break. Then again follow the same 25-minute study, 5-minute break. So in this you can study for long hours without having burnouts.
All right.
So it's amazing. It really helps.
Okay. So
And
here,
it's the best.
okay, sorry to interrupt, Yasha. All right, so I do have a few more questions by the parents or by the students. I don't know. Oh, well, so one question is after SSLC, what can you guide to our school children? Thanks. Okay, that we will definitely, you can get in touch with us and we will be putting you across to the right people. That is for Ms. Yasha and Mr. KK, so that you can take guidance from them, because we can't tell exactly what they have to do because it depends on individual personality. Next is Salam. Walaikum assalam. I want to pursue my career in the field of biotechnology, but I'm confused. Should I do BTech or BSc? Again, I suggest you to please get in touch with me so that you can contact Miss Yasha, and you can take up the necessary assessments which is required. Okay, and that's it. I don't see much questions here, but I do have this, and I guess this is for you, KK. Best colleges for aeronautical engineer. I'm sure that the person is inspired by APJ Abdul Kalam. So please suggest the best aeronautical engineering colleges.
I think the best, you need to visit HAL and NAL. HAL is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and National Aeronautics Limited. They have some amazing courses related to aeronautics. So once you visit these two places, you will have an idea about what subjects do they teach in aeronautics, and what are the child who is going to, what are the future career prospects for those same, because what happens in NAL and HAL is because they're called as the foundation for national development, right? So they're called as Navratnas. So these are part of Navratna companies for India. That is one option. Otherwise, there are so many private colleges which are expensive. You can get into any top engineering colleges like CMR. You've got Danan Sagar. You've got PES. So these also offer courses in aeronautics. But my first recommendation is go to HL, NAL, get an idea about what they teach you, and then join the course.
Okay, the next question again, it's for KK. All right. Salam, walaikum assalam. And okay, the question has just gone down. This question has been popping up on my screen repeatedly. So I am in first PU Commerce. Which degree is the best according to invest in it, demand in future and earn? So I suggest you can get in touch with Yasha, where we will be sharing the details of them in the group which we have created, so that she will be guiding you further. All right. And next question is from YouTube. Okay, we have received certain comments from YouTube. So one is any recommendation for psychometric test. The one who is watching this, Rehan, you can get in touch with Miss Yasha. We do have a group. We request you to please join that, and we will be sharing her details there. Again, he has asked another question. Yasha told in the beginning, people know only few courses after 12th, like MBBS, engineering. What are the other courses? So, can you please name few courses?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah. So, like when we were discussing about the science field, there are a lot of courses in science. Like, there are life sciences. There is a lot of research, biomedical. Like, if you don't want to go for MBBS, you can go for biomedics. You can go for research, pharma. Nowadays, a lot of children are students are opting for pharma also. Then in AI also, there are many courses like data science and robotics. So whatever you are interested in, go for it. Also psychology is one thing which is coming up quite a bit now. So
Yeah,
psychology, but suddenly there is a boom in psychology, a lot of people are
because
going into psychology. Yeah.
yeah,
So
and
but you need
it's a
you need
demand for now.
yeah, it's quite a bit in demand, but you need to go for psychology. Along with, you need to have a plan for it, right? So psychology with AI, it works wonders. So you need to have the right combination. If you do psychology with masters in AI or an MBA in HR, psychology paired with MBA in HR is it's an amazing combination. Also with behavior science,
Hmm.
and a lot of courses with environmental studies are coming up, because of all the global warming and all. So there are a lot of courses which are coming up with environmental sciences. Then there is green. It's called the green energy courses, or sustainability. You must have heard all these terms a lot, popping up nowadays. Energy sciences. Then with internet also, with using technology, there are again content creator, and so these are like proper careers now, content creator, which you are not really posting videos, but you are creating the content for them. So people hire you and you write for them. So uh, explore is what I would say. One word for today's session: explore the different careers. I
Yes.
have also shared in the link, I have shared some online free online courses. Go there. You just open Coursera. You must have heard about Coursera. Just open it and you'll be amazed at the number of free courses they grant, and do them, gain some knowledge. If it's not interesting you, jump off to another course. So
Hmm.
find what interests you and do the right thing. And so there are a lot of there's a whole pool of uh, out there, which you can dive into and gain as much knowledge as possible.
Okay. Thank you, Yasha. And also, there is one common question. Okay, Yasha, this is for you. Could you
Hmm.
please tell them how to get this psychometric test done, and how can they contact you? Can you please share your email address on chat box? And what
Yeah.
is the cost? What is the assessment? Help. That too, we have explained how does it help and all this, and also your Insta ID so that they can
Yeah.
contact you or reach out to you. And also ones who would like to get in touch with KK and Yasha can reach out to me on my mobile number, which has been given on the poster. Again, you can make a note of my mobile number, that is 9739
Just post in the chat, Amar.
6297. Yeah. So this is the number you can reach out to me. And also for the people who are watching us on YouTube, can get in touch on this number, wherein we will put you across to these two speakers. And
I have shared my email address, so they can
mhm,
get in touch with me.
mhm.
If you are
That is
coming through you're
yasha.rizvi
coming
at
through Yazera,
gmail.com.
yeah, if you're coming through Yazera, I'm surely going to give you a discount.
Okay, all right. So, guys, please ensure when you are going through, if you're using a platform of Zehra and reaching out to Yasha, there will be a good discount because the market price is high, and Yasha is going to give you at the best price. Okay, so that you can have a good career ahead. And also, this is for you, Mr. KK. So there is a question. Salam KK. So please say Walaikum Assalam.
Walaikum assalam.
Which is the best call? Which is the best for girls? BCom, and which subject to choose? Please explain.
Uh, BCom for girls, if you're in Bangalore, then obviously the very first college comes into your mind is either Jyoti Nivas or you go to Mount Carmel's. But again, Mount
Please,
Carmel's,
I'm from Baldwin's. Even Baldwin's is very good. Please
Baldwin's,
recommend.
of course. And what came into my mind? But I would
Huh.
strongly recommend that you look at options which has more because these two colleges are so well groomed. They give you access to extracurricular activities, a lot of fest, a lot of other co-curricular activities, events
Mhm.
keep happening. It's good. But if you can also consider Joseph's, if you can also consider Krupanidhi, if you can also consider
Mhm.
Jan, what happens here is when you have people from different backgrounds, different mindsets, now learning also matters. You get a point. So it is very, very recommended that you also look at other options apart from these
Mhm.
top three.
Also, the NMKRV is a very good college, right? For women.
NMKRV, yeah, NMKRV is again government aided college, which is in Jayanagar. Decent college, nice.
And
I
it's
think
very good for psychology. Somebody asked in the chat, I was
Yeah.
reading.
So colleges
So
for psychology.
psychology, for women especially, it's a very good college.
yeah, I'm not too sure about how good they are in psychology, but if you are aware of it, then I'm sure they should be good. But they're very reputed stuff. So
Yeah.
the easier thumb rule for you to find out a college is please go to that college, talk to at least 10 students who are doing that course. That's the best way to find out whether the college is really worth it or not.
Not.
Rankings के हिसाब से, branding के हिसाब से, marketing के हिसाब से, every college will say we will give you 100% placement, we have this, we have that. But please
But
visit
how
your
actually
college.
they work?
लाइक हम लोग 10 रुपए की चीज भी अगर ऑनलाइन खरीदते हैं ना तो वी गो एंड चेक रिव्यूज राइट
Mhm.
Amazon पे तो why don't you just spend some one day go spend some time in these colleges talk to students and find out how good the college is. That's the best thing that you can do for your life.
Okay, so there is one more question from YouTube, okay, who is watching us. Assalamu alaikum, Mohammed Tawhi. Okay, so children should be encouraged to look beyond medicine and engineering. There are several options available in demand. Yes, of course, that is what we are discussing all about. So please go ahead and both of you, please answer this question.
Who what?
I Okay. So children should be encouraged to look beyond medicine and engineering. This is a question, okay, or maybe they are requesting. There are several options available and in demand. Yes, of course, indeed they
We
are.
answered that question. Yeah, we discussed those questions, right? We
Yes,
talked about the different careers. Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Biomedics, pharma, if you want to get into medical line only,
We
healthcare,
do have
pharma,
CA,
biomedics.
chartered accountant and IPS, IS officer. So this is on civil services also. There are a lot of opportunities in terms
Yeah.
of civil services, which we are not looking into
We have
as
not
we are.
discussed civil services. The only reason behind because I'm not an expert in that, and I also feel it is overhyped. Okay, people go through a lot of mental trauma to clear a UPSC examination, and they are. It's like a rat race. No, everybody wants to do that. The idea here is you have to be smart enough to understand why this examinations are so difficult. What are the other examination is one part. After that, do you also have skills? Have you got extracurricular activities? Have you worked in NGOs? Have you got any entrepreneurial experience? That is going to be questioned. What is your vision for the country? You get my point. So when you understand how the UPSC works, you understand how NDA works, you understand how these civil services examinations interview patterns works, please get into it by reaching out to people and consuming content in that area. So there is somebody who said, "Hi, I'm a UPSC counselor, Syed Monis." So he can definitely be a point of contact. Of course, Yazera can connect with Mr. Monis and come up with UPSC specified counseling services which can actually help a lot of people solve because this is more of a generalized first event, and I'm sure more such events can be part of it. And we've just got 15 more minutes left. I think we'll have
So we
some
will
more.
start the vote of thanks from 12:55. In meantime, is there something? And there is another question to which has been asked. What about hotel management? So that is also one of the career can be chosen.
Yeah.
The one who
Yes,
loves
of
to
course.
cook.
I have had the opportunity to start do my hotel management in Christ, but I didn't take it up. Why? Because I didn't like to cook.
But you're cooking paya now.
Yeah,
But see, you
so
have to be aware. You have to be aware when you're doing hotel management. You have to cook all kinds of cuisines. So and be it everything, from
I can
pork,
be a
beef.
specialized cook, a chef, I would say.
No, but you cannot be, you being a vegetarian. You can't say, oh, I don't want to touch meat. So you have to be aware of those things as well. If you're doing hotel management, you'll have to cook pork and beef and chicken, mutton, all kinds of cuisines. So if you are that person that, oh, I'm not going to do this, so that's not the right field for you.
and one more thing,
You
because
have a choice.
I have a I have
Sometimes
a
you.
I have a very close friend who's done hotel management, and there were only two colleges in India were very famous. One in Aurangabad and one in Christ. Okay, Christ has this very good hotel management course. The fundamental fact is it's a 5-year course. It's a very rigorous stuff. After that, you get placed into some of the most amazing 5-star hotels. You can get into
Yeah.
F&B, you can get into reception, you can get into backend, you can get into multi. So you understand how the F&B culture works. So if that is your passion, that is your work, that is what you like to do, then that is the area that you can explore. But if you say that, no, I just love cooking, no, 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 it is not only with
Yeah.
respect to cooking. It is to do with entire thing. It can it could be as simple as how do you hold a fork and a knife.
Yeah,
So
even room service, like, for
room
example,
service.
you're trained for that, how to set beds, and
It's great. It's a great,
Very
course. But if you're not inclined towards hotel management or understanding how hotel works, very simple. In the nutshell, अगर आपको engineering बनना है, doctor बनना है, जो भी बनना है, please go to top 2 colleges. In according to you, go and talk to the people in reality. Get that first-hand experience.
And
हम
also
लोग
you can visit their college websites. There
please
is a
visit.
lot of information available. Go and see their, visit their blogs, follow the Instagram channels, and you'll get some insights from the students, the alumni from the colleges. There are a lot of alumni who answer all your queries, all your questions. Get in touch. Everything is at the click of a button, students and parents. So um, you can just go ahead and avail all those options.
Okay.
You see the college website, and you'll get a lot of information. Check the
All right.
curriculum, check what their course is all about.
Okay, thank you so much. So we are heading towards the closure of the session. Before that, I would like to introduce there is a UPSC counselor whose name is Syed Moniz, who is part of our program and who is also a participant. Thank you so much.
Welcome,
We'll
Syed
definitely.
Monas. So happy that you're part of it. Really, really happy that we have you with us.
Yeah, and before we end, there is one more question for lawyer, which is the best college? I guess KK, you would be able to answer this.
I mean, I'm not into that area, of course, but I think
I know, as far as I know, for girls, Bishop Cotton is there. Bishop Cotton is into law
I don't know.
in
Bishop
Bangalore.
College for girls, yes. I think Joseph's is also started at law college.
Even Christ University offers some very good
Christ,
law courses.
Christ has law.
Yeah.
Jain has law. I think. I mean,
Even now, St. Joseph has the law college now.
St.
The
Joseph's also has
Christ
law
University, yeah.
college. See, the
The
idea
best
is,
college is the Bangalore University Law College is there. It's one of the oldest and the
Okay,
reputed law
and
university.
quick question more. Salam, walaikum assalam. College for Science in Bangalore, please. And then let me continue reading this questions. Then next is Salam, Madam Yasha. How to prepare for NEET and CET? And then the next question is colleges for science for PU. And right. So another question is going on radiology field good for career, please? So I guess you can answer these questions if you have got
Yeah.
it. so
So
that
for
we get.
NEET and CET, there are a lot of coaching classes that happen. Start early. There are also foundation courses now, which students take right from grade 9 onwards, if they are, if they are sure. But I think don't jump to medical and all these fields, because you need to be, clear. You need to check your aptitude and make a very informed career choice. So choose a career, make it by choice and not by chance. So
Well
that
said.
is something I would say. So make a very informed, a very a very deliberate choice. Like it should be well planned and everything. So don't just jump to NEET, or just because you but if you want to do it, there are a lot of coaching centers, um, which you can you can join. And also for
Mhm.
science, I think in in Karnataka, what I see, it's the best college for science is um, IISC, yeah, Indian
It is
Institute
Indian
of
Institute of
Science.
Science, which is rated among the
Yeah,
top 50 in
yeah,
India
it's
by the QS
second
ranking.
ranking all over
And it
India.
is so
Yeah,
difficult to get into that college. You need to be super, super smart. And of course, I mean, ISC is like the IMs.
yeah,
Just to add on, ISC is the only college which is stated among the QS world ranking universities in India.
yeah. It's on number two.
Yeah, world ranking. So imagine, the kind of research scholars that they come out of that college. It's huge.
Yeah,
It's
you need to start preparing early for it. Like, yeah. Uh,
Okay. All right. Thank you. Is there anything else you would like to tell in common to the participants?
last word out here. A lot of questions with respect to which is a good college, which course is good.
They can get in touch with KK. You can share your
Of
mail
course, I
address.
mean, I'm more than happy, but the fundamental fact is how what Yasha said. First, analyze what you're good at. Get that psychometric test done. It's very important. And then colleges are fine, courses are fine, but fundamental is, is your aptitude good? So if I get you a Shah Rukh Khan and
Hmm.
teach you acting, will you become as good an actor like Shah Rukh Khan? No. So the answer here is, it's not about the college, it's not about the teacher, it's about you, right? So of course, college plays an important role, but you're 50% and the college is 50%. So it's like that.
Okay. All right. Great. So anything else? The members of Zehra, is there something else you would like to share to the participants for today?
Ask. Amar, Assalamualaikum. Can I get a quick question? Sorry for joining in late. Nishat here.
Hi, Nishu.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Sorry. Now I'm sorry. I just got caught up with the kids. So
That's
I
okay.
just had a quick question. Sorry, I'm in Cubbon Park Sunday. I have to share on the Sunday with my kiddos as well. A quick question. Assalamualaikum, Yasha. And I have a 20-year-old son on the spectrum of autism. So each child on the spectrum of autism is different, as you all know. So I was wanting to know the resources and the opportunities for my son now, who's finished his 10th grade through the NIOS syllabus, which is the National Institute of Open
Cooling.
Open Study, schooling. So there's number one, there's very few things for special kids, special adults, especially this side of the country and the world. And secondly, I want to know if there is some kind of an inclusive setup where our children can be taken in with open arms and be educated, which is their right to education according to the challenges. I know Amar works for a special school, right, Amar? So I
I
know
do.
you know what I'm talking about. So there are
Yes.
very few institutions, I would say educational institutions, who are willing to take our children, number one. Secondly, to provide them with the required assistance that they need. It's not rocket science up there. Every bacha, every
Is
बच्चे का हक है for ilm, for the right to education, and by law nobody can shut their doors to our children. So but very few actually cater to that. So I want to know the options for a career if I'm looking for either to go out there and work. I know over there are very many corporates who, under the tag of CSR and inclusion, are including our children, our adults. But the requirement that they have, the base requirement that they have, is at least a degree or a second PUC, which means nothing to our children, really. You can't judge
So
them on
actually,
just passing a
you can
second
reach out
PUC.
to this lady called as Alina Alam. Now, Alina Alam runs a foundation called as the Mitti Foundation, MITTI. Now
Okay.
they've been opening up cafes and getting people at Rashtrapati Bhavan se leke all the airports in India. They've also been invited by the Adanis to
Right.
showcase how they are able to help people with special needs, and they're giving employment to these guys. So Alina Alam is from Bangalore, and her foundation
Yeah.
is called Mitti Cafe, and they help people with special needs, making them independent and creating a source of income for them. That is one foundation that I'm very proud of. I've had a very minor what do you say exchange of information with them, but then they are doing their best. They have been awarded by the Rashtrapati Bhavan also, and they have also got a cafe inside Rashtrapati Bhavan. So
Yeah.
I think you can reach out to
Yeah.
them now.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, I mean, see, that is the
Vishal,
vocational and the pre-vocational training, I would say. And
They
again,
do
it
the
depends
training
on
part.
the capability, capability of the child. See, if he's not able to ace a computer course, or sit at a desktop and work, then yes, and if he's good with hands and following instructions, then he's right there. But if some adult who's high functional, who can sit at a desktop, who can actually do a lot of corporate work. So,
I can
but
answer for this.
yeah, go
So
ahead, Amar. Yeah.
yeah, we do have like when as you know that I do work for a school with special needs, isn't it? So here what we do is we give an option to them for data entry, which will
Mm,
also help them, that will be on next level. It is not the basic. And then for nutrition, there is opportunity to be a nutrition. They
mm.
can do that as a career. And art, maybe if they're interested in painting and all this.
So Inventure is adventure, right? Which is
Yes.
the institution that you
No,
work
no,
for, Amar?
I'm Insight Academy.
Inside the academy, right, right. So do you all have pre-vocational courses as well, and your placements?
Yeah, and also we work with their fine uh, with their fine skills, like in the
Fine
guitar,
motor skills and all.
fine
Okay,
motor skills on the
okay,
guitar, keyboard, drums. So
all
all
right.
this helps them, in fact.
Sure. So now a quick question for Yasha. I'm sorry to be butting in the last minute.
No,
How do
that's
you
okay.
actually harp on the potential of a child who cannot communicate to you?
Sorry, can you repeat, please? There was some
How do you,
disturbance.
how do you actually gauge or catch on the potential of a child who cannot communicate to you? He's a regular adult, like, if I could quote my son, he's on the spectrum of autism. Communication is limited, social skills are limited. So, but the understanding level is quite high. So, how do you actually figure out the potential of a child, or um, in knowing his strength and in harping that strength into employment or a career?
See, in this particular case of your child, we need to first we need to get you we need to get comfort. The child needs to get comfortable with us, right? To open up, and of course, parents, and people who are around him. They know him better, so we need to sit together, figure out things, and then get to know more about the child. There's no particular way how I can just go ahead and assess the child. Like, of course, I can't do a psychometric test, if the child is not comfortable with answering questions on the laptop, or or on technology. But yeah, but you can, of course, you can gauge what the child is good at. The parents must have observed the child, right? So they know. For example, I know children who are autistic and who are very good at art. So we have art exhibitions for them, and or they make they make certain things. Mostly, children with autism, they are very good at art and creativity. um, but yeah, again, it has to be, you need to be involved with the child to get input. I can't just say in one go that this is the shortcut
Sure,
to, this is the
of course.
Yeah,
this
in
is
fact, I would like to give an add on here. Okay, the child whom she's talking about. Okay, he himself is a good singer and a reciter. He has his
yeah.
own YouTube channel, and he recites
So that
good
itself can
in
be a path
Islam
for him. Yeah.
amazingly, amazingly, and like whenever I see him, okay, he's just outstanding.
So that itself can be a career path for him.
And he has taken
I wish I
classes,
could get
I guess
career
it's from
options for
Madhavan,
him.
right?
No, he used to attend. In fact, he is the pride of Shankar Mahadev Academy. He
Yeah,
never
yeah.
learned with him. So, but I
I
wish
follow
I
him.
could
In
get
fact, I follow him. He has his own YouTube channel, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
one of the subscriber of his YouTube channel. Yasha, I'll be
I
sharing the
wish
link.
I wish he could make a career out of that, really, Amar.
It is
And
possible.
So
It is
inshallah, he will.
possible.
He will.
Yes, it's possible.
yeah,
Yes.
I know, I know. Yes,
Mm.
possibilities are
Can
always
you
there. But
Thank
touch
you
thank
with
you
very
so
me?
much
much,
for your time. Thank
We
you.
can have a
Have a
detailed
good.
discussion.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want to, you can get in touch with me, or I can connect you with specialized people, who especially deal with the inclusion part of it.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, Yasha.
I know
And thank
And he's
you,
counselors who
independent.
thank
I
you
who
know
for
try
he's
to.
also
arranging this.
much
We need more
independent.
of this for our community.
Sorry, I would just like to add a small thing about your son. I
Ji.
have worked in an organization at Anjuman-e Imamia, and he had come for his exams for recitation of Quran. We thought, okay, he wants to take up the exam, and let's just have Maulana take the exam so that we don't, what you say, he doesn't feels bad about it.
Ji.
As he opened the Quran, he was just turning around the pages. He asked me what should I recite. I said, okay, whatever you feel like. He asked me, should I recite Surah Yasin? I said yes. He was just turning around the pages, opened the exact page of Surah Yasin, and Alhamdulillah, he recited in such a way. I was really shocked the way he recited. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. He's good. I have seen him.
He's a
Alhamdulillah,
blessed
he's
child.
really
He's a
good.
blessed
And
child.
he's very much independent also. Like, he
Yes.
doesn't need anyone helps to move around or talk to people. He's very
Yes.
friendly, right? He's not
Yes.
aggressive. Because I
Yes.
do
Yes.
see him
Alhamdulillah, he has
so
come a
mandatory
long
that,
way.
I should come to your house to meet him.
Of
This is
So
course,
see,
of
there are
course.
already,
Absolutely.
yeah, there are already so many good things. We already know about him. So there you go.
See, that is the irony. वो अफसोस की यही बात है कि माशाल्लाह इतना लाके भी बच्चे को ये मकाम पे खड़ा करके भी उसको मैं कल क्या होगा is my big question and worry. That's the thing. कि how do I make him an independent child who is working for himself, who has his dignity, who has his independence, or tomorrow nobody should take advantage of him is my worry. After
I don't think
and
so.
इतना उसका बच्चा का
You have to
है,
think so
and I
much.
think it's every parent's worry. Hold on, come here, say salam to everybody.
Oh, salam alaikum.
That's him. Come here, come
Walaikum
here.
Hi,
salam.
Heather.
Papa, mama, and everybody.
Hi, Heather.
Ah, okay, move on. So that is the thing. कि every माँ बाप की I think वही फिक्र रहती कि मेरा बच्चा कल कौन से मुकाम पे खड़ के अपने पैरों पे खड़ेगा नहीं खड़ेगा, कमा सकेगा नहीं कमा सकेगा, is the worry. So even after coming a long way, I know his potential, I know his strengths, but still unable to find a secured place for him to go out there, earn and come back. So that is, so inshallah, I know भरोसा रखना चाहिए उसके ऊपर, मगर ये दुनियावी चीज है, दुनियावी क्वेश्चन है कि where is the opportunity for children like my child?
I don't think so. You
So
should
that's
stress much on that. In fact, he has a strong mother and a grandfather who is also a former cricket player, Mr. Kirmani sir. And I don't think so. You should worry much about it, because I have seen you driving so hard, and what he is today is just because of your effort. And secondly, I would like to appreciate you for accepting. The acceptance matters a lot in parent.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
very rare, because me dealing with multiple parents, the level of acceptance will be very low.
True. That's true. At
So
this
here
particular
you have
time, Amar, I would
proved
like to
what
take
you
the
can do by
opportunity.
accepting the the loophole in the kids and how to work on them. And Alhamdulillah, say he has done so good. And I'm very, most of us are proud of him. Maybe you don't realize it because you see him on daily basis, but when we watch him, and when me working in such an environment and watching him as an independent, that makes me feel very proud of him, actually.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. At this particular time, Amar, I would like to actually also tell the community, Manzoor Raza Saab, on any admins who are handling the trust of Faizul Islam, any parent, I know there are a lot of special kids out there in the community. अगर किसी को कोई चीज का रेफरेंस हो या एम्पावरमेंट हो या सिर्फ बात करना है तो प्लीज फील फ्री टू शेयर माय नंबर and I'm most it will be my pleasure to guide them and make, even if I make a difference of a percentage in the lives of a special child of our community, I would be very happy. Anything, anytime. And then, by sharing things, बहुत सारे ideas खुद को आते हैं. And ilm to रोज mashallah say we are learning every day, no matter what stage we are at. We're learning from children, we are learning from parents, we're learning from situations. So I would just like to take that opportunity to tell you all. And Paps, we call Kumail प्यार से हमारे छोटे भाई को पापू बुलाते हैं तो पापू नहीं है दूसरे पापुओं को माशाल्लाह ट्रेन करने के लायक है बच्चा अभी.
We're super proud of you, Nishu.
Yeah.
Thank
you and so lovely to have you all aboard and और ऐसे programs करना चाहिए. Thank you Amar and Manzoor Saab for all the initiatives and looking forward to more, literally.
Thank you so much.
Thank
You.
Thank you,
Okay.
Shukriya.
So we have taken more time of yours, the dear viewers, and now we are coming to end this session. Okay, and I would like to thank Miss Yaasha Rizvi, who is a certified career counselor, and also I'd like to thank Mr. KK, who is Kumail Kirmani, Professor Kumail Kirmani, who will be helping you to find the best college in Bangalore based on your interest. And the psychometric test, yes, of course, you can reach out to Miss Yaasha, who will be helping you in assessing the psychometric test and other tests related to your career options or maybe related to your education. For that, you can reach out to the given mobile number where we will be broadcasting that number. And also we do have a group for the participants, all right, where we will be sharing the Insta ID of Kumail Kirmani, Professor Kumail Kirmani, and Miss Yaasha Rizvi, also of Zehra. So stay tuned, stay connected, wherein you can reach out to us if there is any program which will be announced. And even my email address, my Insta ID will be shared on the same group. Which is Amar Fathima _ inspires. The reason of having inspire, because I am inspiring others.
You are, in this entire thing, we never, thanked you, Amar, for hosting this event. Not many people know that the kind of warrior that you have been yourself. Okay, you've been a cancer survivor. You've been a warrior for during the COVID times. You've saved so many lives. You've been performing your own household duties, and at the same time, रात के 10 बजे you are at that young boy's house, a 5-year-old kid's house, just to give him sympathy, just to give him empathy, all the way from Marathali, which is about 15 kilometers. So the kind of people that हम लोग तो सिर्फ बकबक करते रहते हैं, we are doing our job for whatever stuff, but you are the real hero of today's episode. So
Agreed,
hats off
agreed.
to you. And congratulations for bringing all of us together. Agar Amar Fatima would not have been there, I don't think Yasha, me, or even Yazera Trust would have taken this forward. Hats off to you, Amar, and great job done. You are a warrior and you're an example for every single person living today.
And also a single parent, I would suggest, because
As a single parent,
your
yes, as a
dreams
single parent,
and your once you have a stability in your life, I suggest you to please chase your dreams. Yeah, that is what my suggestion is. Yes, of course, as a single parent, as a like after going through a lot of up and downs in your life, you may feel like giving up, but I don't think so. You should. It's unstoppable. You should make yourself unstoppable at any point of time. Whenever you feel low, always think about others who are underprivileged. So if you are able to help anyone, that means you are privileged enough to handle yourself. Yeah,
Hello.
that's all.
Hello.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. Please tell me.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Ma'am, my name is Abbas.
Alaikum salam.
Actually, I'm from
Uh-huh.
Kolar. It's a small village called Geetanahalli. It's
Sorry, your
actually,
voice is breaking. It's not audible.
yeah. Can you hear me now?
yes,
Yeah,
Abbas. Alaikum salam. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Actually, this is kind of a remote village. It's little challenging internet to come. So I've just come out on the terrace and I'm just standing here because I didn't want to miss this. um, and I'm little kind of very emotional because it's very hard to get in touch with someone with well experienced, because this area where we stay, it's quite a kind of a village. It's very difficult for us to know what's happening, and the people around here also, it's like not that supportive. But I used to watch Mr. Kirmani's, videos before, I think, very long time back, and I used to learn about little bit about marketing thing, and I think he gave some kind of, Rice College. I remember, or I saw the video, wherein he was giving kind of a speech or something in the, in a kind of a Zoom or something. I know, but I used to watch his video. The reason why I'm talking, now is just I wanted to, like, get more, connected, to this kind of environment, and to see where, I can get my, child. She is like 7-year-old now. So I wanted to see, whether right now she's taking, like, say, online classes, due to coming to the city, and that it's very challenging for us. So I want to know how good these platforms will be, so that it will be more easier for me to get myself upgraded, sir. Yeah, this is what I wanted to tell.
Abbas साहब, thank you so much. I mean, appreciate कि आप you have spent some time with us, and with your daughter's education. Sure, because I understand that from the rural part of it there could be lack of opportunities. But today the internet is connected to the entire world. You can sit in Kolar, you can sit in any part of the world and do a course in Harvard. Sister Yasha has shared the list of colleges and links where online education is it's called MOOC, massive open online courses, MOOC. It is free. It is across the world. You can do it. Considering the time is too short, we have actually crossed a little over 2 hours. We would request you to reach out to us through email, through our Instagram, through other platforms, and inshallah, if there is one-on-one, because this is a general session, one-on-one. If you want us to assist you, we'll be more than happy to listen to you, talk to you, and get more information, so that we could give you the right advice, because limited information may we can't really do justice. So Sister Yasha is available, Manzoor Azad Saab, Trust is available with you, Amar Fatima's contact details are there, and our details are also there with us. So reach out to us after this session. Inshallah, we will take some time out to reach out to everybody's queries, and this is something which is the most, well, bare minimum that we can do for our own people, right? So I wish you all the best, and thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
sir.
please
Thank
reach out
you so
to
much.
us. Don't hesitate. Please reach out to
Sure,
us.
sure, sure.
You have the numbers, you have the email IDs. So don't hesitate. Please reach out to us.
And
We
never
are
feel
always
and never feel and never feel that no, इन लोगों से हम बात नहीं कर सकते, they are busy and whatever stuff. No, no, no. Please drop in the stuff. If not today, tomorrow, some or the other time, we will reply to you.
You can
That's
reach
not a
out to us,
problem.
and we will definitely help you to get connected to these people. via mails or whatever the mode of communication, definitely we will help you.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
For all the psychometric test as well, please reach out to us. We will definitely put you in touch with the right people. And so is there any other questions parents would like to ask? Because we have extended 20 minutes more than the given time.
That shows the interest of these 30 people who have been there since a long time, right, from the beginning of it. So
Yeah,
appreciate that
exactly.
you guys are actually spending time for
Yeah.
your own child and for your own future, and really happy that you gave us the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Evan. I would like to thank the Zehra platform for this platform. And Amar, thank you so much for making this happen.
Thank you for reaching out to me, Yaasha. This is the one which I was looking as part of it. And thank you for considering the invitation. And Kumail Bhai, thank you. I remember that I disturbed you around 10:30 at the night for this discussion, and you were busy at that time. And thank you for giving all the support and the need, and thank you for making it successful. And thank you for Yaz Zehra, Mr. Manzoor Bhai, Mr. Bakr Saab, and Zishan, the one whom we should be thankful to. Zishan, he lives in Qatar, all right, and he's a person who is behind our marketing, our posters, and making
Videos.
it. He
Videos.
was very
Amazing.
zeal, in fact, and who kept this till the end. He kept, he was being enthusiastic till the end of this program. Thank you so much, Zishan and Yazehra, for considering us and bringing us on one platform and connecting us to the participants and putting all your hard time, work, everything, and energy. And looking forward for more such events with you guys, inshallah. And that's it. We are going to end the session, and please reach out to
Thank you,
us. And
Ammar.
my
Thank you.
number
Thank
is
you.
available.
Finally, we would like to thank our host, Ammar, for taking so much forward, and would like to congratulate the students who have participated in this, who have taken their first step towards their success. Okay. Thank you, Ammar. Thank you, KK. Thank you, Yasha. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you
Bye
so
And
much,
bye.
Manju Bhai. God bless.
thank
May you
you
have
for
many
all the
more.
participants who have been part of it, and the people who are watching us, who have taken out the time and watching us on YouTube as well. Thank you. And
YouTube. Thank you
let's
so
meet.
much. Yes, and great job,
Yes.
the team behind the YouTube and technical team. I think Raza, Mehdi,
Raza, yeah, Raza
and
Mehdi.
Bakhar and everybody are spending their time. The back end team कभी भी दिखाई नहीं देते ना, the behind the camera scenes. So appreciate each one of you for your time, effort, energy. Thank you so much. Have a lovely Sunday. Have a great life. Enjoy yourself. Drink lots of water. Take care.
Yeah,
Thank
please.
you. Take
Thank
care.
you all.
Okay,
See you.
bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Khuda Hafiz.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Yes, bye.
Bye.
Take care.